speed dating, single event to meet the right person. But it doesn't work. When I go there, I realize, oh my gosh, you know, I can do better than this. I can do better events, let people meet. And then I starting my own business as an events organizer. So I run speed dating, single parties, and you know, get single together. And one of the people here, few people here, I know that when I start my business, you know. And I really appreciate you guys still here for me today, still coming. And then through last 5 years in the business journey, I realized when you get people together in the party, actually they don't match. You know, they have fun and they meet, they talk, and they don't connect in that deep level to create their relationship, keep going. So about a few years back, and I started create a coaching business and helping individuals discover themselves, get imaging right, get confidence right, find who they are, and find the purpose. So that works. I have a client through this coaching. They can meet somebody in 2 months, 3 months. So I found my passion again of this whole journey, and of course my own development journey. And after about 4 years ago, I started to go to church, and lots of people here, you know, come to my church and found my purpose, found God. So that helps my whole life shift upside down. And I went to all the different development courses. Such recently here, I went to Landmark Education. So this whole journey, that's why I create the whole community again. I say, let's do together, discover who we are, so we can, you know, not go out looking for somebody, but looking within. And we're all yummy person, within, inside out. Each of us, we're all confident, beautiful, and then we can attract the right person to our life naturally. So today it's not about me, it's about you. And you all show up, come here to contribute and help. I just want to introduce all the awesome speakers who, in my life, helped me grow, you know, lift me up to come here and give you some tips, strategies that, you know, can make you love life to next level. So the first speaker I like to introduce is my meditation teacher, Surit. Surit is going to present after the couple panel. So right now, and the first, because one of the couple have to leave early, let's give a couple panel start first. The first couple I want to introduce is Jeff and Donna. So Jeff, Donna is my business partner, my friends, my business mentors. I know them, you know, for a couple years now, and they changed my business life upside down. You know, together Donna and Jeff achieved a very successful business, and they had financial freedom. Then I just want them come to share, you know, how do they manage management upside down in the business for 16 years, building a successful business together. And the second couple is P and Shanshan. P and Shanshan I meet through Landmark, and then they are new couple, and they engaged, right? They engaged, very exciting. And they're both leaders in our organization. So I want Pete and Shanshan to share how they meet and how do they, you know, get together and then can inspire you guys as well. And our third couple is Grant and Veronica. Grant and Veronica almost meet together, almost married 50 years, right? 50 years. And they know each other for 54 years. So there's a lot of credibility for a two-person stay together like half century. It's older than me, so I wanted them to you know, come here and share about their marriage success secret. And then we have two more couples, but one couple haven't come in yet. And our last couple is Jeremy and Pete. Jeremy and Pete, and Pete right now, he have a baby on the way, and then really success. They meet really young. So I want to, one time I heard about their love story. It's really inspired me and touched, because I know two people together is not easy. And for starting very young and went through grow together, this is really, I have something and everybody should know about it. So today, you know, we're going to hear about you guys as well. So first, we're starting from Jeff and Donna. And Jeff and Donna, would you like now to introduce yourself? Just for 1 minute.
From the front?
Yes, please.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Donna. We found out about 10 minutes before we got here roughly what we're going to talk about. So, yeah, so we've been together, it's just been 16 years, and we got married last year. He was a bit slow. But we got married on our 15-year anniversary. And the theme was, it's about time, because his kids said to him, Dad, it's about time, and he finally proposed. Yeah, and we've been very fortunate that we can, we work together, obviously because we've got business together. So yeah, we're like best friends, we hang out together all the time. No. Yeah, I mean,
well, the truth is we have 2 offices in the house, and so we Skype each other.
I can't believe you just don't go down and talk to him. And I went, I'm busy, I'm working. He's, you know, just Skype him, and we'll have a conversation through Skype. So yeah.
It's very impressive being married 50 years.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking about it as you were talking. We've been working together for 16 years together, and so we spend every day together, every hour together, virtually. And so if the average couple, I don't know how much time they spend together, maybe an hour or so in the morning when they're getting ready for work, and then they get home at sort of 5, 6 o'clock, and they spend a couple of hours, 2, 3 hours
At the
of time, you know, together. And so spend 4 hours a day. We're spending 18 hours a day. So, well, let's say 16 is 4 times more. So I guess 16 times 4. What does that turn into?
64.
64. So we beat you. time we've had to communicate. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, so how we met actually our lawyer, my lawyer, introduced us. I had been married previously for 10 years and had it was a shock in my life when my marriage broke apart. And I have three children, so my kids now are all grown up. They have a 27-year-old son, a 26-year-old daughter, and a 23-year-old daughter. And so we became kind of, when Donna and I met,
10, 9, and 6.
yeah, so it was kind of a bit of a blended environment. But it's been really great. We had our coming together and then almost going apart, and then coming together and almost going apart. So it's been a journey. And in fact, we were together, was it 2 years?
3 years, yeah.
2.5 years, maybe, almost 3 years. And then we actually decided it wasn't working. We actually decided to go different directions. And Danielle mentioned Landmark. I had some friends of ours that recommended this program, Landmark, to us. We never did it. And then as we split up, I actually bought the program for Donna and said, here's something you can help to start your new life.
Yeah, sort of worked it out, yeah. That sounds like it. I actually wanted to do a personal growth course, and he found one, so it was cool. It was all good.
Yeah, so we were still great friends, but we were just not, it was like this. We were not connected. You know, we weren't going the same direction, I guess. And so, yeah, and after that weekend, Donna did that program. It was just so amazing. Our conversations got richer and deeper and more honest and more, and actually, you know, we came back together and it was just phenomenal. And then it was probably, we spent a couple of years doing some different programs, and our communication got better and better, and our relationship got better and better. And then it was probably about 3 years ago. And we set those programs, and I really got, like, I don't know about relationship, what the whole thing of today will be, but for me, I had a stop or a block about getting married because I had been there and done that, and I had hurt. And when I was doing this Landmark program, I really got clear that, you know, I loved Donna, we were together for years, but I would have said to her, getting married, that's just,
It's paper.
it's a piece of paper. It's society's rules, or, you know, it's not really, it's just an artificial thing. It's not really that important. And then in this program, it just became really clear to me what was maybe obvious to everyone else. But I had had almost every relationship in my life, from my mom and dad splitting up, and mom ended up leaving, to my first girlfriend went off to university and I got left behind, and I was a bit younger than her, and anyway, just almost every relationship she left. And so I guess I had this big barrier, this subconscious barrier that women leave me. So if I really commit and I really fall in love, if I really get vulnerable, that they're going to leave. And so once I realized that was what was running the show, Dawn and I had some great conversations and we got engaged. So we had this great, amazing wedding, and I would have told you, oh, it's just a piece of paper, but it's been amazing. Like just the whole thing, being married and say, my wife, or it's funny, but it makes an amazing difference. And I would have told you now. It's just.
We actually had friends that got married as well a few months before us, and they live in Australia, and they had been together 20 odd years, 7
Oh yes.
24 years they've been together, and they got married. Decided what the heck, and and I bumped into her. I was in Australia, and she came up to me and goes, "Do you notice there's a difference being married now?" And I was like, it was the first time we'd only been married a few months, and I was like, yeah, I do. She said, we do too. Even after 20 odd years together and got married, there is certainly a shift in the relationship. And we were both, we couldn't pinpoint it or whatever it was, but it was just, something there.
So yeah, so too, it's great. We work together and we play together, we travel together, and we're at a new stage in our life because my kids are all grown up. We have fur babies. We have a little Bentley the boxer and Max the tabby cat. So we're at a little different stage in life, but it's really
waiting for the
great.
grandkids.
So are we doing questions or are we just chatting?
So we notice you're getting older in the stage of life now, because we talk to our friends, we all talk about what we're going to be called when we're grandparents. You're going to be oh my gosh, you're getting old now. But I heard the really good one is I think I'm going to be called Glamour. I think that's Glamour. Yeah, Glamour. It's in Glamour.
So, is there any questions? Or
no, we just have introduced,
just chat.
and then we have a question for all the people, so they will write a paper and they will ask.
Yeah.
Introduce.
Okay, great.
Is enough? Think about our life story?
Yeah, so next couple will be tea and chai.
And how long do we have to talk?
Oh, whatever you want.
I'm Sunshine.
I'm Pete.
And we've been together for almost exactly a year. We like to say it's tomorrow a year ago we got together.
That's right.
I see the question. Anyway. And we met at Landmark, so the same organisation that's just been talked to. We've both been doing development courses there, self-development courses for a long time. And I saw Pete on the stage up there beginning of last year. I was recently single and I saw Pete up on the stage sharing about his life. He's a nice older gentleman. Interesting.
Older gentleman. What do you mean older gentleman? Oh, that's what
And and I kept thinking about it, and then I made sure that I sat beside him at an event at Landmark. And he asked for my number, so it worked. I think a couple of things. It took us both a while to decide that we were interested in each other. We went on a lot of dates, dog walks and stuff, and sussing each other out. And
We broke up 3 times.
yeah.
The truth be told, 3 times in that time, yeah.
We've both been in a number of relationships before that haven't worked, so there was a whole lot of baggage there about relationships and what works and what doesn't work.
5-year relationships for some of us, like I've been engaged 3 times. One to one woman twice. I still never got married.
I've been engaged twice before and never got married. So there was luggage, there was baggage. Yeah. And what I ended up doing that I'm really proud of was we'd been dating and I'd been going, oh no, it's not the right one. And, oh maybe, all these reasons, all this stuff in the way from making decisions as to whether I was interested. We'd never even held hands. We'd been going on dates for about 3 months and we'd never actually physically touched each other. And one day I thought, I'm going to create a game. And I invited Pete over and we sat down on the couch at my house and I said, okay, this is going to sound really weird, but I'd like to create a game with you for a month. And that game could look however we want, but let's have a 1 month relationship. And then at the end of the month, we can decide whether it worked or not. And let's decide what the rules are. What do we want for our 1 month relationship? This is sort of a way for me to go, okay, it's really scary, but if we have an end date, then but also, how can we create this from nothing? You know, how can we just be creative rather than, you know, falling into something? Let's create something. So Pete was open to the idea. So we both got a piece of paper out and we wrote down what it was that we wanted to have out of our 1 month game.
And there are things like, okay, for the next month we'll spend 2 times a week together for 3 hours. We'll go away for 1 weekend. I said something like for 80% of the time, we'll feel as though we can be free to be whatever we want to be. You know, so there's no pressure to be what your partner thinks you should be, but be free. And I think I've said something like for 50% of the time, I want to be happy. You know, because I'm not always happy. It's something I create. I create happiness each morning. I wake up and I'm just a very ordinary human being and I go, and then one of the practices we brought in is that each morning we speak with someone, and whether it's with Donna, as part of my team project, or with Sunshine, we create something that, you know, what do we want to create for the day, and what's in the way of us creating whatever we want. And it usually will be something like resignation or tiredness or scared of something or anger or frustration, and we create that and make it very real. So yeah, that was one of the practices that we brought in. And we created this game. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So we had a month's game, and then we created another month. And I think we did 3 months worth of games, and we gave up on games. We were relationship. Yeah.
And when we gave up on games, what happened?
Oh, we broke up for it.
Yeah. And I think there's something there. Like when there's no game, when there's nothing at stake. Yeah, we broke up. And then through quite a fluke, like we broke up, and then. And I was a bit sad for a week or two, and then I said, well, okay, I want to be married. Like I've distinguished in my own life, I'm 57 now, and I distinguished that I wanted to be in a relationship and be married. And I said, I'm going to get married. So, you know, I actually went out and I started dating again. You know, and then we got in a conversation with Sunshine and discovered that, oh, well, maybe we should get back together. You know, just I was up north, and we said, okay, let's get back together. And then something shifted. Something shifted in that time, and we listened to each other differently. And it was like, what would this look like if we were actually committed to each other? Or committed to a great relationship, not even like committed for the rest of our lives. And I so feel in awe of people who've been together 50 years or, 17, 18 years. I mean, that's amazing. And that's not where we're sharing from today. We're just sharing our journey now and where we've got to so far and what we're creating moment by moment by moment. And it's all about a great life for us, moment by moment by moment. And when it stops, it stops. And it could be because one of us gets sick, one of us dies, we get sick of each other. But we're committed that doesn't happen. We're committed, speak for you both, that we're committed to a really great game where we love one another. And if we're committed, we may as well make the time great because we're in it anyway. Why would you want to be with someone when you're making them wrong? Or, or pissed off, or whatever.
And the other thing I've really noticed in this relationship is how, again, the stories in my head about relationships. And like when we got together, Pete lives with his mother and his granddaughter. And immediately, oh my gosh, I want to go out with a guy living with his mother and his granddaughter. I mean, there's a lot of stories I could make up about that not really being what I'm up for. And then, where's this relationship going? I'm never going to move in with his mother. And just how over time, by just being with it and letting it be what it is, I am moving in with Pete and his mother and his granddaughter. And it's no longer what it looked like when I got into the relationship. It's no longer this, oh my gosh, that's a ridiculous thing, to do. It's now, wow, I'm really excited that I'm moving in with Pete and his mother and his granddaughter. And actually, he's from a European family, and that's what European families do. You live, with all the different generations. And maybe I can know myself as somebody different to who I thought I was, you know, the strong, independent woman who does stuff for herself. Well, maybe actually I could try extended family living, and it's actually become an exciting prospect rather than just this crazy thing that it was. So I've really enjoyed watching myself evolve in the relationship, and just things that seemed impossible suddenly becoming possible.
And how many of you are in a relationship at the moment? How many of you are single? How many of you have done Landmark? Or how many have you not done Landmark, more interestingly? Okay, this is not a sell job for Landmark, by the way, but I will share from distinctions that we've got from it, because some of them have been incredibly powerful for how we've created this. And one of the things I got is that the relationship actually isn't about me. The relationship is much more about sunshine and about what else we can create together in life. Like we talked about the game and what's something that's bigger than us. So for me, animals is very important. People are important. What can we do? We've got a little property development company. We might be inheriting that from Jeff and Donna, that idea, and we're creating a set of apartment blocks which are eco-friendly and sustainable, and something that could be used as an example for others to help the housing crisis. One of the biggest things I've got out of Landmark in terms of relationships is learning, and in fact Carolyn made a big contribution to this as well, is to love myself. If I love myself, I have the space to love other people. But because I have been a good businessman, I've been a top educator, I've been a top athlete, New Zealand champion, I've had degrees from top universities, I was always very hard on myself, and I could never forgive myself for things. And I was not able to love people in general, nor myself, because of that. And when I got that, all of a sudden I could open up and actually create sunshine, because sunshine's a beautiful one. I could not see sunshine's beauty. I was looking at the things I was making up stuff that was wrong about our relationship, and that's actually what caused us to break up, 3 times. And we're quite lucky, and every day now we wake up and say, aren't we lucky that we're in this relationship and we're able to create something that's powerful at this point, because we don't know. Tomorrow, none of you know whether you're going to get back to Auckland safe. Now, so if you knew now that you were going to die in a car accident, so to be dramatic, die in a car accident, how would you be living your life in this moment if you knew that that was the case? And that's the context that I often have. I'm so grateful I've found sunshine. I'm so grateful I'm doing the communication courses and I've got transformative learning. It gives me the power to actually see these things which I didn't see before, and be truly grateful for every moment. And I'm just joyous, and I'm going back to I haven't been 13 for, figure it out, 44 years. And when I was 13, I decided I had to be serious. And I decided I had to just always succeed. And now I've got this real lightness and this kind of like this real love about me. And I'm like a little 13-year-old, but a childlike, not childish, because I'm still responsible. And I've got all that knowledge. But I've got this, and as I'm growing older, I'm maintaining this childlike love. And it's part of the communication courses that we're doing at the moment, and the team courses, having people around me who hold me account. And, we're just creating team together. Anything more for you? Oh, sorry, I've taken up all your space. All your space.
And we just hand out all the papers. So all of you, each of you, please contribute. Each you can write one question. So we don't need a name, just questions. And we get together to ask the couple to answer you most want to ask the question, where you stuck right now, and you can write the question down and they will answer. Okay? So next couple will be Grant and Veronica. Excellent.